like as we learn to be in a deeper relationship with what truly is, which is we are in a body that is mostly space. We are in relationship with the earth from before we're born. When we enter into that, there is now room for these feelings that are too big for the mind alone, because I don't know how to get out of this through my mind. I don't have answers for how we get to the other side. Like that future I was talking about, the future that I belong to, I don't have a checklist of like, well, this is what we do, everybody. We just do ABC and then we get there, right? But what I do have is a way to find myself once again in deep relationship with the earth. And then when I need to, I can also feel the expansive touch of the sky all around me and inside me as I pull the sky into my body through the breath. When I do that, now there's more space, and I'm not asking my mind to think about things. Like the body has answers that the mind can only spin out on, honestly. So when we can find that relationship of body as conduit between earth and sky, now we have possibilities. One of the practices I'll be teaching in the course is widening time. This is how we widen time, because things are urgent. It's not like I don't have time. We don't have time, especially those of us with significant constellations of privilege. We don't have time to just be like, well, I'll just figure it out, right? I'm just going to sit back and it'll figure itself out. That's nonsense, because that's like, well, you can't do that when people are dying, right? You can't do that. You can't do that when there is this like actual pressure. But time is malleable. Time is not this line, this concrete line. Time has a really magical structure, and we can make it wider, and then we can slow down while still going quickly, right? And that has potential in our relationships, especially with conflict, as there always is in intimate relationships of some sort. And conflict isn't a problem, it's an opportunity, right? And that's what the ecotone teaches us, which we can get into. But slowing down, going slowly, feeling like that phrase that I say, feeling what you feel as you feel it, that's a slow thing. That requires slowness. And to go to Sarah's question, like, why does it matter? Why is feeling things so important? Because it brings texture and nuance to our lives. When we're in the course, when we get to that section on observing, what we're going to do is look at the map of feeling, what it means to actually make a topographical map of emotions within the body, to find texture, to find landscape within emotional memories, and how that can offer us really important ideas of what it means to move into a future that we long for and belong to. If we're going fast, if I'm just using jargon, if I'm just, expecting you to understand what I'm saying without actually giving us an opportunity to see like what do we really mean here, we're not going to do it. We're just going to fill in the blank. I'm sure you've all had experiences like that, where there's just an assumption, there's that saying, what happens when you make an assumption, right? You make an ass out of you and me. So there's a saying like that for a reason. When we make assumptions, when we try and constrict ourselves down to these tight little boxes, there's no space. When we slow down to get really curious with each other, there's space. And one of the ways we can do that is through the body and through these feelings that offer us so much insight.